Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be going through the solution to exercise 3.1 from the C programming language textbook by Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie. Now, exercise 3.1 says that our binary search makes two tests inside the loop when one would suffice at the price of more tests outside. Write a version with only one test inside the loop and measure the difference in runtime. So this is the binary search that the question is referencing. It's given in the book and I've just copied it out beforehand. Now this will be our new binary search that only makes one test inside the loop. So we again have our low and high values, integers, and I'm just going to copy this over and let's see what we need to change. Well, the first thing is that we have two checks. We have this one and this one. We could have only one check if we had an if-else statement. So we would need to remove one of the conditions. So I'm going to remove this one. And I'm going to change this to an else if statement. And so now what happens is if x is less than the middle value, we change the upper or we change high. Otherwise, it must be greater than the middle value, right? But there is one problem here. We are not checking what if we are actually at the middle value, because it's possible that we find the middle value and low is still less than high and we are still searching for something we've already found. So we should put this in the while loop condition. So while low is less than high and while I have not found x, so while x does not equal vmid, then keep searching, keep doing this search. But here comes another issue. Mid, actually even here, this should be int mid. Mid is only, like the first time this loop will run, it will go here and it'll check, does x equal vmid? But it goes, what are you talking about? Mid is only defined here. It's inside the loop. It hasn't seen it yet. So we need to actually define mid outside first. And then we do the check. We update the values of high and low. And then only after that are we going to update mid. And then mid is going to be the new low plus high divided by 2 value. Okay, so just to go over, we set the middle value. We say while low is less than high, and while we have not found the integer we are searching for, we do, our normal binary search, and then we update the middle value. Now, after this, we need to check, like if we reached this point here, we need to check how we reached it. Which condition in this while loop caused us to break out of it. Okay, so if x equals mid, then what does that mean? That means we must have found our the integer x that we were searching for in the array. So we just return mid. But if that wasn't the case, if we're still managed to reach here, then it's quite obvious that low was not less than or equal to high, and so we never found it, and then we can just return -1. Now we technically should make this an if else, but because if this is true, it will return out. I mean, the return statements make it like an if else anyways. So actually, I'm just going to go back to this. And yeah, so that's our new binary search with only one test inside. As you can see though, we have more tests outside. I'll leave it to you guys to actually test it and measure the runtime. However, you will find that it's not any faster or not significantly faster or slower than this original function, and its readability is quite more difficult. We are initializing here and then we are updating at the end, and then we have all these checks. So I mean, for the exercise says to do it, but this original binary search is very good, very simple, and it's fine. And yeah, so that will be all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.